storyline that unfolds between now and 6 p.m. on Monday, what has to happen for the Dodgers to not pay the biggest price, to not go above and beyond these other teams, to see Skubal end up in Atlanta or Milwaukee or Tampa or somewhere else?
The price has to get so high, it just becomes offensive to the Dodgers, who, despite what everybody thinks, this is not an organization that has gone and won the World Series strictly on the backs of, money bags being carried around and thrown at players. That element is true. They are extremely good at spending money. But guess what? They're extremely good at developing talent. They're extremely good at making trades. They're extremely good at identifying players who are going to be good and drafting and developing them. Jordan, have you spent any time just looking at the top prospects stats from the Dodgers this season? Like the top 15 or 20 guys.
I've never seen this
one
many. The
of
outfielders, the outfield depth is comical. I mean, it's like I don't even know, and that's part of why you can point at them, but it's that they could literally afford to move these. But yes. Now you could say there are also people that be like, how many of these players have become good major leaguers for the Dodgers? Now there's reasons why that hasn't happened. There's people that say that part of their pitching development is maybe overrated in some respects because of what they've been able to do. But I think this year with guys like Justin Robleski, and they have had some examples where it's like, no, it's not just the guys that they have traded away, guys that maybe they haven't, right? How many times have they turned down offers for players that have ended up helping them? Who's to even say? So, yeah, I mean, just going back to you here, yeah, the depth is comical. How many guys that you could imagine a front office looking at? Whereas other teams, yeah, they're highly ranked, they're early draft picks, but they might not be having as good of a seasons. You have, as you just mentioned, you got 15 players having incredible seasons it's just easier to swallow.
Every one of them is hitting 300, 400, 500. Like it's absurd. And you see the numbers and you wonder about the context and ballpark environment and stuff like that. And I did a little exercise with a couple of GMs last night where I was like, hey, can you run me through what your model has with the Dodgers outfielders? And, there were differing opinions, but we went over like 10 guys. And it was interesting to hear one team that liked 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10. The other team liked 6 and 9. Like whatever your desire is, whatever your model says, the Dodgers always have somebody who likes one of their guys. And it's pretty incredible for this time of year. And Jake, I think you asked a really fair question right there. The answer almost should be nothing. There's nothing that should get in the way of the Dodgers doing this because they do have such advantages because unlike the Brewers and unlike the Rays, this isn't the avenue on which their championship is built. With the Brewers and Rays, it's like you are taking from your lifeblood and using it for forbidden fruit. I know I'm mixing my metaphors here, but you're taking something that has put you into the position you are right now and going and getting the very thing that you laugh at others for overpaying for. And the Dodgers are just like, yeah, take these 6 outfielders. We got 3 more. And we'll buy it if we don't.
So I'm going to answer my own question here, half, which is the way that they don't do it is if all of their injured pitchers are actually fine. And they have just been slow playing Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow because they can. And Ohtani is actually going to play in October. And they enter with 5 legitimate all-star level starters at their best between Yamamoto, Robleski, Ohtani, Glasnow, and Snell. And if they view that quintet as healthy and ready to go, and good Roki, big glove Roki,
good Roki's back,
not crying Roki, good Roki's back. That's 6 guys. And then it's like, okay, yeah, you could go get Skubal, but like it doesn't actually, like, yes, he would start game 1. I understand that. Sure. But the upgrade from Skubal to Wrobleski is like smaller than it would be for any other team, I guess. And so I think that is the how. The how is if the director of medical for the Dodgers calls Andrew Friedman and says, everyone's great. We sent them to Germany for the weird Bartolo Colon blood transfusion regime, and everyone's great now. Is that going to happen between now and Monday? Probably not. But in my mind, that is the path.
I think that's fair. And I'm just curious what the total package looks like in the end. Like, what is going to get this done? And can another team that we haven't mentioned, the main four teams there, I think, are pretty reasonable with the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Rays, and the Braves. Do the Cubs get in there and try and backdoor something? Like, the Cubs don't have the pitching. Yeah, they don't have the pitching, but they do have quite a cache of like big league now position players. Like, I think Pedro Ramirez can play, and giving Matt Shaw some full-time run there. And the Tigers have some holes in their infield. Like, they've struggled to patch that thing over this year. So it's not unreasonable to think beyond that, the Tigers in, Scott Harris was in Chicago beforehand. So the relationship with the Cubs is there. There are all these elements where
Jeff Scott Harris was in San Francisco before this. Could the Giants be in play for Tarik Skubal? Stay tuned.
Skubal for Devers, straight up.